Dear student, today we are going to learn compound interest. So, what is called compound interest? What is simple interest? What are the terms related to simple and compound interest? So, these things we have seen in the last 4 to 5 lectures. But again, I want to do how the compound interest will be formed by using the simple interest. Now, suppose you have a problem, find the compound interest. This is on rupees 5,000 for 3 years at 8% per annum, compounded annually. Now, so what are the given solution? You have given P, that is principal, is what? Rupees 5,000. N is given 3 years, and next thing is given R, 8% per annum. So, now by using the simple interest, so how compound interest will be formed? Now, principal for the first year is what? 5,000 rupees, 5,000. Now, we have number of terms or number of years are 3. Now, interest for the first year is SI equal to PNR upon 100. So, what is P? P is given 5,000 into, now N is 3 years, but we are calculating simple interest for the first year, so that's why N is 1 into R is 8 divided by 100. Then 5,000 divided by 100, that is 50. 50 into 150. So 50 into 8, that is rupees 400. So this is your simple interest for the first year when you have principal is rupees 5,000. Now amount at the end of first year is, amount is denoted by A. This is first because you are calculating amount for the first year, so that's why we have written here 1. So A1 equal to principal plus simple interest. This is equal to, what is principal? Principal for the first year is 5,000 plus simple interest is rupees 400. This is equal to 5,400. This is your amount at the end of first year. Now, amount at the end of first year is nothing but the principal for the second year. So, therefore, principal for the second year is rupees what? Is rupees 5,400. Now again calculate this simple interest for the second year. So interest for the second year is SI equal to PNR upon 100. So P is what? P is 5,400 into N is again 1 because you are calculating simple interest for the second year only. So 1, R is 8 divided by 100. Then 5,400 divided by 100 is nothing but the rupees 432. This is your interest for the second year. Now therefore amount at the end of second year is principal plus simple interest. This is equal to, what is principal? Principal is 5,400 plus 432. So this is nothing but the 5,832. Now this is the amount at the end of second year. So this amount is nothing but the principal for the third year. So therefore principal for the third year is rupees 5,832. Now interest for the third year is simple interest equal to PNR upon 100. This is equal to, what is principal? Principal is 5,832. N is 1, R is 8 divided by 100. So this is equal to, what is final answer? Interest is 466.56. 466.56. Now amount at the end of third year is rupees P plus SI. P is 5,832 plus 466.56. So this is equal to, amount is 6,298. 6,298.56. So this is your amount at the end of third year. Now we have to calculate compound interest. This is your amount, right? So compound interest is calculated in such a way that compound interest equal to amount minus principal. So amount is 6298.56 minus what is principal? Principal is 5000. So 5000. So this is equal to 1298.56. Therefore, compound interest equal to rupees 1298.56. So this is your answer. This is a descriptive form, but suppose we have many terms, then it is very hard to find the compound interest. Therefore, simple method can be used. This alternative method is alternative method, compound interest solution. So compound interest equal to P into the bracket 1 plus I raised to power n minus 1. Now this is the alternative method. Now here is P is what? P is 5000. P is 5000. N is 3. Now what is I? I is I equal to R upon K into 100. So what is K? K is the number of conversion period in a year. Here R is 8. Number of conversion in a year means what? Your compound interest is calculated annually. That's why K is 1. So 1 into 100. So that is 0.08. This is your I. Now if you put this value into the compound interest, so compound interest equal to rupees 5000 into 1 plus I is 0.08 raised to power 3 minus 1. So 5000 into 1.08 raised to power 3 minus 1. Again, this can be written as 5000 into 1.259712 minus 1. This value can be calculated by using the calculator. So 5000 into 0.259712. Again, if we multiply these two terms, then we will get the 1298.56. So this is your compound interest. This is a simple method. Just put you use the compound interest formula, then you will get the value of compound interest. Right? Now come to the next chapter, problem. Dr. Manmath is invested is invested rupees 5,000 at the rate of 10% annum, at the rate of 10% per annum. So what will be the amount? What will be the amount after 2 years? After 2 years, if compounded annually. Now, solution, what we have given? So we have given principal, that is P equal to 5,000, R is given 10% per annum, then N is given, N equal to 2. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out the amount AN, AN is what? Now we have or we know AN equal to P 1 plus I raised to power N minus 1. This is the formula for amount. AN equal to P into 1 plus I raised to power N. Now, what is I? So first find out the I. I equal to R upon K into 100. So R is 10, K is number of conversion periods in a year. So your compound interest is calculating annually. So that's why K is 1. So 1 into 100. So 0.1. Right. So this is your I. Now N is what? N is T into number of conversion periods in a year. So T into number of conversion period. So N equal to T is 2, right? 2 into time is given 2. So number of conversion period in a year is 1 because compound interest is calculated annually. So 1. So N is equal to 2. Now AN equal to, that is N equal to 2. Therefore A2 equal to, principal is 5,000 into 1 plus I is what? I is 0.1 raised to power 2. So 5,000 into 1.1 raised to power 2. So 5,000 into, again 1.1, its square is nothing but the 1.1 is multiplied 2 times, that is 1.21. So by using the calculator you can also find out this value. So 5,000 into 1.21. So this is nothing but the 6,050. So therefore amount at the end of second payment period is equal to rupees 6050. This is the answer if compound interest is calculated annually. This is second problem. Now third problem. I am doing the slight difference. Dr. Manmat invested same values rupees 5000 at the rate of 10% annum. What will be the amount after 2 years if compounded half yearly? Half yearly. Same solution we have given. P is 5000, R is 10% per annum, N is 2, AN is what? Now we have same formula, AN equal to principal into the bracket 1 plus I raised to power n. Now first find out the I equal to R upon K into 100. This is equal to R is 10. Now K is what? K is the number of conversion period in a year. You are calculating compound interest in half yearly. So in a year, half year means 6 months. So in a year there are 2 periods, right? So K is what? K is 2. So this is 0.05. Now N is T, same formula, T into number of conversion period in a year. So 2. So 2 into 2, that is 4. So N equal to what? 4. Now here N is 4, so A 4. Now 5000 into 1 point, this is 0.05 raised to power what? 4. Now 1.05 raised to power 4. Again, what is this? This means what? A 1.05 is multiplied 4 times. So 1.2155. Again, this can be written as 5000 into 1.2155 is nothing but the 6077.5. So rupees 6077.5. This is your A4. Means amount at the end of 4th payment period is rupees 6077.5. Now come to the 4th problem. Dr. Manmat is invested rupees 5000 at the rate of 10% per annum. So what will be the amount after 2 years if compounded? This is change if compounded quarterly. Quarterly. Now these things are same. So we have same AN equal to this. Then I equal to R upon K into 100. So K is different because you are calculating in compound interest in quarterly. So in a year there are 4 quarters. Therefore K equal to 4. Right. So this is 0.025. So again number of conversion period in a year is 4. So N equal to 8. So amount at the end of eighth payment period is 1 plus 0.025 raised to power 8. So 1.025 raised to power 8. Again, what is this? This means that 1.025 is multiplied 8 times, that is 1.2184. So 1.2184. So 5000 into 1.2184, this value become 6092 rupees, 6092. Therefore, amount at the 8th payment period is rupees 6092. Now come to the fifth problem. Dr. Manmat is invested same rupees 5000 at the rate of 10% per annum. So what will be the amount after 2 years if compounded monthly? If compounded monthly. Now come to the solution. We have given principal is 5000, R is 10% per annum, N is 2 years. We have to find out the value of AN. So AN equal to P into the bracket 1 plus I raised to power N. So now I equal to R upon K into 100. So what is K? K is nothing but the number of conversion period in a year. So in a year, how many months? 12 months. So K is 12. So 10 upon 12 into 100 is equal to 0.00833. 0.00833. Now N is T into number of conversion period in a year. So T is 2 and number of conversion period is 12. So 2 into 12, 24. Then amount at the end of 24th payment period is rupees equal to 5000 into 1 plus I is what? I equal to 0.00833 raised to power 24. So 5000 into 1.00833 raised to power 24. Again, this means 1.00833 is multiplied 24 times is equal to 1.22029. 1.22029. Again, amount at the end of 24th payment period is rupees equal to the 6101.45. So therefore A24 equal to rupees this one. So these 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 4 problems are very important to understand the concept of compound interest. Thank you.